If you have a business and you're not on YouTube, you are literally playing on hard mode. You're chasing after referrals, you're working the room, trying to sell your services. Maybe you're putting money on ads, all this pushing and hustling just to get business. Rather, other companies, other business owners on YouTube are being discovered, being binged, and people are buying from them and they get to choose who they want to work with. And so in this video, I'm gonna walk you through the 4 big reasons why right now is the best time to start a YouTube channel, especially if you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, you sell service, coaching, courses, whatever, you need to be on YouTube. And so I wanna walk you through these core things right now. So reason number 1 in why YouTube is the best is not because of reach, but because of recognition. You see, a lot of platforms like Instagram, TikTok, all focus on attention and reach. But in today's day and age, the thing that matters more is recognition, being known for something by a group of people. And for the analogy here, I have this image of 100,000 people in a room versus 10 people in a room. Now, 100,000 people in a room sounds like the obvious choice. Like, which one would you pick? You'd want to pick the one in the 100,000, room. But what if I tell you they only had $1 to invest? All of a sudden, the second room, where there's 10 people that each have $1 million to invest, is the better room. And I've seen this firsthand. I've been speaking on stages where hundreds of people are in the room and walked away with almost nothing. And then I've been in rooms where I've spoken to 10 people in a little boardroom and I made more money and walked away with more clients because of it. What this shows is that it's not about the number of people who see you or discover you, it's about the quality of the viewer, the quality of the person discovering you. And this is so evident now with the new algorithm. If you don't know, YouTube just did a huge update with their algorithm. And the update to, spare you the long extended version of it, basically it went from being a broadcast where you broadcast to people. So in order for you to get, amount of views or to get clients, you have to have more subscribers, more followers. Where now it's like a matchmaker where they focus their energy not on the creator, but more on the viewer. So as a viewer, if you're interested in golf and fitness and vegan, a vegan diet, then that's the content you get. So this is where the world is going. The algorithm is going. As Gary Vee would say, we are in the interest media, where we have left the social media, where it's a popularity contest. We're now in the interest media. So again, this shows how recognition is the most important thing. And unlike short form platforms that you just get pushing out to random people, you actually are matched to your dream client. Look at my channel. I don't have a ton of subscribers. I have less than 1,000 subscribers at the time of recording this, which is August 11th. And I'm getting leads every single day from my videos. And they're not crushing it. They're not getting thousands of views. They're getting hundreds of views. And it's because my videos are matching to the right people and I'm getting leads every single day. So the lesson here is you want to be more specific because it's the better match. So stop focusing on the reach. Focus more on the reputation, on the recognition, right? And look at that when you have 10, 20, 30 views, those are 30 people in a room. That's a lot of people, okay? So this is reason number 1. Reason number 2, why you need to start YouTube, whatever business you're in, is because people now in today, 2026, they binge before they buy. You see, traditional funnels back in the day when information was scarce, they had to go through your funnel to get to the info. You were the door. But now in today's landscape, I can access all the information I want by a click of a button. In 10 seconds, I have all the info I needed. So you are not the gatekeeper anymore. So I have the power as a buyer. I can be informed before I make a decision. Think of like buying a car, where before you had to go to the dealership. Now it's so much done online. I'm walking on the dealership knowing exactly what car I want to buy. I know the specs. I know the price. I'm walking with like negotiating power to get what I want because I'm able to binge. And so what we need to do is stop trying to be the gatekeeper. We need to give out the information, let them binge. But here's the part that most people miss is that getting found, right, as I said earlier, is easy with short form videos, right? I post a video on TikTok and I can get hundreds of thousands of people to see it if I do all the right things. So the question isn't, will they find you? Because that's just inevitable. It's what happens if you have nothing to binge? They leave. So if they have nothing to binge, they leave. So this is why YouTube helps, because YouTube helps people go deeper and build trust, right? You heard the phrase, people buy from people they know, like, and trust. Well, trust is the most important thing, because if I know you, great. If I like you, even better. But if I don't trust you, then I'm not going to give you my hard-earned money. So trust is what creates sales. And so if you're only focusing on one type of content like short form, then you're in this left side here, which is the cold, where they know you and they've heard of you, but they don't know if they can give you their hard-earned money. Where on the right side, if they trust you, if they binge your content, they go deep, they watch a series of videos, right? Then that's where people are ready to buy. They're pre-sold. And so the lesson here with YouTube is, put simply, don't go wide, go deep, right? Go narrow, get specific, create bingeable content, create a series of videos. You see this right now. Alex Hormozi, I don't have a screen for this, but Alex Hormozi just started two things. Number one, he started a brand new show, a long format show called Scale or Fail, where people can now watch him in real time coach and advise people on how to scale their organization in a span of 30 minutes. The other thing he did was start a second channel where he's answering specific questions. This is very specific. These videos are getting less than like 500 views. For as a guy as famous as Alex Hormozi, arguably one of the most known online business mentors and coaches and entrepreneurs in the space today, he's getting only 150 views because he understands that the algorithm is a matchmaker, and that the more specific he goes, the more trust they build. The more trust they build, then sales happen. And he's reported that his second channel actually makes him more money. So this proves, again, that that people binge before they buy. So you want to create bingeable content. So if you're relying on referrals or you're stuck in business, it's probably because people can't find information on you, and thus they're not buying. They don't want to hop in a sales call. When was the last time you wanted to hop in a sales call? Like, I hate sales calls. If I can avoid it, I will, right? The only time I hop in a sales call is if I know I'm ready to buy. I'm already sold. I just maybe have a couple questions, right? And like hopping on a sales call with a stranger, like who wants to do that? If I don't know the number that calls me, I'm not answering the damn phone, let alone hopping on a call with a stranger. So just letting people know you and get to know your story and your expertise is beneficial. And you don't even need views anymore. Like, come on, this is like incredible. All right. Point number 3, chasing versus getting chosen. So I feel this, like in the first few years of my business was very much pushing, chasing after referrals, cold DMing, cold emailing, cold calling, trying to get business. Right? Well, the difference is the people who are on YouTube are getting chosen. They're being chased. They're becoming the obvious choice. People are coming to them. And this is the difference in the market. As I said, you're sending out cold emails, you're following up, you're circling back, you're giving discounts, you're pitching, you're rehearsing your pitch deck every other week, and somehow looking for where's the business. Where in getting chosen is people apply. People know your price. People already know what your program's about. They know what your beliefs are and your systems are and how to work with you. And they choose to work with you, right? So you're repelling people who don't care about you, and you're attracting people who want the thing that you have to offer. Who wouldn't want that business? That sounds like a stress-free, easy button business. And this is the difference. What's actually happening is your marketing is doing the selling for you. As my client Dan likes to say, strong marketing equals easy sales. When your marketing is so strong that it does the selling for you, right? I used to work for SAP, a large organization. They sell ERP systems and CRM systems, right? And they have a huge sales team because they have almost next to no marketing, versus someone like Dan who has no sales team, who is able to sell without sales calls, or Taki, who's a client of mine, right? We helped edit some of his course content. Taki has no sales calls, right? He replaced his sales team with YouTube. So if people like Taki, right, can actually get to this point, then you can too, right? And Taki is the goats of goats. He's helped people like Dan Martell and Alex Hormozi, and you should go check him out. I'll put a link in the description. So the lesson here is stop trying to convince people and start trying to be chosen by the right people. Wow, we're blowing through this. It's crazy. Point number 4, this is arguably one of the biggest ones, is that YouTube allows you to build once and get paid forever. So when your current business is relying on referrals, word of mouth, or paid ads, there's a huge flaw in this model that the moment you stop, the momentum stops. So on short form or paid ads, you get this momentum and then you stop and it drops. You get this momentum and it stops and it drops. Or you pay for ads, you get some momentum and it stops and it drops. Where YouTube is an interesting place because it doesn't just stop. YouTube continuously serves your video years to come. I'm still getting views on videos I posted last year, right? That, arguably is information that's almost outdated. But yet, because of the algorithm, YouTube is saying, you the viewer, would like this style of content. And so I'm going to serve it to you because they understand the longer the viewer stays, the more money YouTube makes. And so they're incentivized to give the viewer the best experience. And to give them the best experience, they're giving them the most relevant content that matches their interest. And so you creating a YouTube video isn't just a one-time endeavor like an Instagram video. It is an asset that lives on a shelf that continues to compound time and time again, months and months from the date that you publish. This video will get views years after I publish this, right? And the cool thing is that the added, if there needed to be an extra bonus to why this matters, is the extra thing that people don't expect is that YouTube pays you to market your business where other platforms you have to pay. To get this level of targeting, I have to pay thousands of dollars to Meta to get this in front of this many people who want the thing I have. Where YouTube is just giving it to you for free, not even giving it to you, paying it for you. This is a screenshot of one of my clients. This is a year of his channel. He's gotten paid almost $11,000 for posting content. That's $11,000 he can put into ads, $11,000 to invest in his setup or invest in his team, or frankly, go on a nice vacation, whatever he wants to do, right? And if that wasn't enough, it also leads to more opportunity, to getting invited to podcasts, to speaking on stages, to partnership opportunities, and of course, clients, right? The whole reason why you're doing this is because, as I said, people are binging before they're buying. They are researching you and your business. What are the reviews? Do you have success in this area? Can I trust this person? Right? We are in a trust recession. People do not trust what they see and hear online. And more with AI is becoming more evident that we are in a trust recession. So the more content you post on this platform, it only will mean more trust. And it doesn't matter the views. It really doesn't. Okay, you can have a sustainable, growing business that gets you leads, that gets you clients, people you want to hang out with, you want to grab coffee or a beer with, or play a sport with, whatever. Right? This is not a treadmill. This is an escalator, a staircase that will take you to new heights. And so if this doesn't convince you on why you should start a YouTube channel, I don't know what will. That the people that will win in 2026 and beyond won't have better offers. They will just be more known, more findable, more bingeable, right? That is the secret. You don't need to be ready to start. You need to start right now. And if you want help to get started, go check out this video right here. I'll walk you through exactly how you can do it without it costing you time, energy, or money. So without further ado, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.